The suspects are now in federal prison, and the family of one of the victims hopes their story could prevent this from happening to someone else. KOMO's Jeremy Harris is live for us with this story. And Jeremy, the amount of money taken in this scam, absolutely staggering.
Yeah, Michelle, easily into the millions, according to prosecutors who say this pair of brothers went around the Northwest looking for people to rip off with their construction scam. A man from Shoreline tells me he can't believe that he fell for it, and he hopes his story will serve as a warning to others. It started as a knock at the door.
He didn't ask, he just told me what I needed doing.
Two men telling the victim, David, his roof had a hole in it and his foundation needed repair.
Did they pressure you into doing a lot of this stuff?
It was all pressure.
David asked us not to show his face as he recounted the pushy tactics of brothers Patrick and Matthew McDonagh.
I just am surprised at myself how easy it was for them to talk me into it.
For weeks, the McDonaghs kept asking David for money.
The excuse for the money was because they needed to get the materials.
But instead, prosecutors say the men were cashing the checks and pocketing the money. The scheme went on for weeks until David's daughter found out.
He goes, yeah, last check of $19,000 and the whole total amount of around $450,000. And I lost it. I mean, I had to put my phone on mute so he wouldn't hear me crying. And went to my husband and I was like, Dad's been completely taken advantage of. This is not right.
Police and the FBI got involved. They clawed back around half the money that David paid and charged the McDonaghs in federal court.
No telling how many people that they would have victimized had they not been caught. There were a lot of red flags once he actually shared the story. He just had the roof redone 2 years ago.
The feds connected the McDonagh brothers to at least 4 victims in Washington and Oregon with similar stories about pushy tactics and demands for money.
Pretty much started doing stuff before I, gave permission, really.
Phone records show the men called David constantly, always with a story about needing more.
It can happen to anyone.
There's now a sign on David's door with a warning, saying the last solicitors who came here ended up in federal prison.
Ask somebody for help. Ask somebody, hey, is this a legitimate company that you've heard of before you let them do any sort of work. And one of the really fast...
There is major money in these scams that target seniors. Just here in the state of Washington, $88 million were lost by seniors through scams in 2023. As for the McDonagh brothers, well, they're both now starting their federal prison term. It's going to be 18 months. They are from Ireland, and the federal prosecutors say they expect both brothers to be deported as soon as their prison term is up. Reporting live in Seattle, Jeremy Harris, KOMO News.
Such an important warning. We really appreciate that family coming forward. Jeremy, thank you.